to Triple Threat Gaming Guru. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to play the game. So this video is more designed for younger kids and kind of the parents, so that you guys can kind of work together and actually learn how to play. So what I'm recommending that you do is buy, if this is like your first time playing or even trying to get into Pokemon cards, there's a set out there called Battle Academy. And there's two variations of it. There's an old set and a new set. And I'm going to kind of show you the new set. So what it is it's a box that comes with 3 individual pre-made decks: Cinderace, Eevee, and Pikachu. It has a board in it that kind of walks you through what you do on each turn. It's got rule books and everything that you kind of need to really start playing the game. Comes with some damage counters. But I'm going to show you the decks that come with it. So within the set, there'll be a code card that you can scan into the TCG app and actually play, or you'll get all 3 decks within the app. So here's the Cinderace, Eevee, and Pikachu. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of open up the deck, show you the cards, talk through each set of cards, and then we're going to test out the deck itself. So I'll do it one at a time so that way you don't really forget. Alright, so we have Larvesta and Volcarona. Larvesta's good early game. If you can't find any energies, get 1 energy attached, and then you can search this and attach it to this Pokemon to get him ready for Volcarona. Vulpix and Ninetales. Ninetales is just a decent attacker. Vicente, you can draw a card or do 30 damage. Turtonator's a decent one because it's got a decent amount of HP and it can do a good amount of damage. The only negative is you need a lot of energy, and then you have to discard 2 of those energy. So it's not ideal. And if I were to be changing this deck, I would replace them. Your Sizzlipede and Centiskorch are a good battler. Centiskorch is definitely a go-to in this deck. 1 energy, you can do 30 damage. 3 energy, you can do 100. And it's got a good amount of HP. Cinderace V is your V Pokemon. So what makes V Pokemon different than, say, your regular Pokemon like Centiskorch is a V is usually stronger, has higher HP, does more damage. The only downside is if it gets knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prize cards instead of just 1. With the Cinderace, you can do 210 damage, but you have to discard 2 energy from this Pokemon to use it. Now, the V cards can evolve into V Max or V Star, neither of which are in this deck. The other thing you need to know is if you look in this corner here and see how it says basic, that means that it's the first stage of the Pokemon and can be put right out onto the bench. So stage 1 is its first evolution and evolves from the basic. So you need your basic first, and then you can evolve them. Some Pokemon have a stage 2, which is its third form in the evolution line. There aren't any in this deck. Some item cards. You got Potion, heals 30 damage. Great Ball, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Find one Pokemon and shuffle it into your, or put it into your hand. Energy Retrieval. This is great if, say you've used Cinderace's Blaze Kick, you've discarded your 2 energy. Well, you can put them back in your hand with this Energy Retrieval. Pokemon Catcher allows you to switch your opponent's benched Pokemon with their active. So if you've got a Pokemon that you want to knock out on your opponent's bench before it can get fully charged up with energy, that's a great card. Switch. I run 4 of these in almost every single deck because it allows you to easily switch Pokemon. It's one of the most useful cards. Sonia's a good one because you can search for 2 basic Pokemon or 2 basic energy. So the thing to note here is this is an item card. It says item on top. This is a supporter card. Supporters you can only use 1 per turn. It says on the bottom right corner here. Where items you can use as many as you wanted. And then Bug Catcher, draw 2 cards. If you flip a coin, if you get heads, draw 2 more. Hop, draw 3 cards. In my opinion, would be better than the Bug Catcher just because you're consistently drawing the 3 cards. And then Shauna. Shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 5 cards. And then your energies. Energies are what allow you to attack. So if you click right here, we can test out this deck. And it's not going to be like an overly powerful opponent. So what happened here is I've got no basic Pokemon, so they get shuffled back into the deck. And my opponent gets to draw another card. So we only have 1 Pokemon we can put out. On your first turn, you can only attach energy or play item cards. Again, only the item, not supporter cards. So we'll play the Great Ball, and we'll see what we have. So we can look at our playmat, and then look at the cards. So based off our playmat, we have a Ninetales, we have Volcarona. We have Vulpix here, Ninetales or Vicente. I'm going to draw Vulpix so that way we can evolve our Ninetales that's in our hand. We'll put Vulpix onto the bench and we'll end our turn. Now the person who goes second does get to attack. So in my opinion, going second is almost better, but it depends because some decks being able to attach that energy right away, and now you've attached a second energy, and now you can do a stronger attack right away. So as you see, they're doing a lot of different tool cards and everything. So it'll be interesting to see what they have up their hand. So we'll play our Hop. drew some decent cards. We're going to wait on Shauna because we actually have a decent hand. We'll attach another energy, evolve him, and attack. Right now we can only do steady fire breathing because we have 2 energies attached. Next turn we'll be able to do 100 damage. Now Scorch is fully powered up. And next turn we'll focus on powering up Vulpix. So we'll do Heat Blast, 100 and the knockout. We draw a prize card. So prize card is drawn anytime you knock out one of your opponent's Pokemon. So we can power up our Vulpix here. And then we can also start getting this Sizzlipede ready. Alright, we've got Cinderace, which is very good. We'll do 100 in the knockout. Ninetales needs 2 energy, 1 fire, and 1 normal energy, or it counts as any. So anytime you see that colorless energy, just know you can use any energy you want. So we'll attach 1 more energy to him. We're going to evolve the Sizzlipede. Next turn we can put an energy on him. That way he can do his 30 damage with steady fire breathing. Oh. So basically he was able to clear my hand, which really hurt because it got rid of our Cinderace. Now all those cards did go back into the deck, so it's not like we had to discard them and lose them. We'll play Great Ball. It's nothing too special. Fire Blast for 100 damage. Play Great Ball here and get Volcarona. So we can play Larvesta and attach an energy to him to get him ready. Or we can focus on powering up our second Scorch for just in case to do 100 damage. Which is more valuable because 100 is a lot higher than 50. And we don't have to discard the energies to Volcaronas. Fire Spin, which does 170, but you have to discard 2 energy. Another 100, and our opponent had no active Pokemon left. And 2, we drew all of our prize cards. So we're going to look at Eevee now. And Eevee is a dark and normal deck. So we have Zoroark, which can do 100 damage, or Double Claw, flip 2 coins. This attack does 40 damage for each heads. So potentially 160 or potentially 0. You never know. Carvanha and Sharpedo do 70 damage. Not bad. Darkrai, 110 HP, can do 90 damage. Needs 3 energies though. So it does have a pretty high energy cost. Zigzagoon, 10 damage for every heads. Evolve him. Double Edge, you do 60 damage, but you do 20 damage to yourself. And then you can evolve him again. So this is the stage 2 I was talking about. Rampaging Kicks does 180 damage, but you discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. But it's the most powerful attack in your deck. And EVV. So collect, draw 3 cards, or Brave Buddies. If you played a supporter card from your hand during this turn, this attack does 80 more damage. So again, supporter card will say supporter in the top right corner. A lot of the same cards. Pierre's, search your deck for an energy card and a dark Pokemon. Reveal them, put them into your hand, and shuffle your deck. A good way to search out for some Pokemon. Cook, heals 70 damage and some energy. And Shauna again. So let's do a test battle. Alright, we got lots of options. What I think I'll do is I'll wait on Zora, because I want him to be able to evolve and be at full health when he does. Alright, so we're going to attach our energy to Carvanha so you can actually do bite attack in the turn, because on the first turn we can't attack. Oh, and he discarded my energy. Again, these are item cards, so I can use more than one. So we'll take Carvanha again, power him up so he can actually attack. So we have Obstanagoon. So all we need is a Galarian Lyound to evolve Zigzagoon and then evolve him again and put him out. I used my 1 supporter card for the turn, so all that's left is to attack. You can only attach 1 energy per turn. So it looks like we're battling an electric and fire type deck. So at this point, I want to power up Zora in hopes that I can get Zoroark. 4 cards. And here's Zoroark. So we'll evolve him. We'll continue to level him up, or power him up so we can do Night Days. And we'll do Great Ball. So we have two options. We can get the Sharpedo, or we can do Lioon and then evolve him up again. So I think that's probably the route we're going to want to do. But I want to focus on powering up Zoroark because it's going to be a good attacker while we're powering up Obstanagoon. I think I'm saying that right. So at this point we're basically sacrificing this Carvana. We know he's not going to be able to do much. I could do the Great Ball again, but I think I'm going to save that. And I'm going to wait to evolve him because I want to be able to make sure he can actually attack. But it's very possible we can win the game solely off of this Zoroark. So one more energy. Bite. We're just slowly wearing it down, stalling time while we power up our Zoroark. Now we'll power up Lioon. We have two Great Balls here, so let's give it a try and see what we can get. Nothing too exciting. We could do either or. I'll put one. I'm fine with the one Zora out. You don't want to have too many Pokemon, then you just flex bench and then you can't put anything else out. There's our Sharpedo. So if we wanted, we could put this Carvana out, attach the energy, and be ready to be able to do 70 damage. Oh, and he did 60 damage. So we're gonna do Cook. Heals 70 damage, but I don't want to take another 60 damage because he'll be knocked out. We didn't get another energy, so to evolve him at this point doesn't pay because he won't be able to attack. And we're in no danger of actually needing a second. The biggest downside to him, he takes a lot of energy for what he does. Alright, Sonia. We have plenty of Pokemon out. So let's do energy. If anything, we could do Eevee. But, if I remember it, you are limited to either Pokemon or energy. So I chose the energy. And we will fully evolve him. play Hop. We've got more than enough Pokemon out here. Now the important thing to know, to use Rampaging Kicks, we have to discard 2 energy. So we want to attach more energy onto it than we actually need. So that way we can do more than one in a row. So again, once all prize cards are gone, we win the game, or when our opponent without a Pokemon. So I'm going to show you here, we're going to attach an energy, we're going to switch, and we're going to bring him up. That way you can kind of see how he gets used. Rampaging Kick for 180. Discard 2 energies, but he can still use his attack, which is good because 120. It would take Zoroark 2 turns to knock out this Revive. And potentially during that time he could, if he can use Gigavolt, he could do a lot. 60. If heads, this attack does 30 more damage. If tails, he's paralyzed. So either way, it puts me at a huge disadvantage. We'll use Shauna just so that way you can kind of see how this works. But now I've got a Zoroark I could put out. I got a Great Ball. But the game will be not too big of a challenge in terms of, it's still these are still decent decks. They're just not going to be able to hold up against any top tier. So Pikachu. Alright. So this is going to be a favorite for most kids because most kids like Pikachu. You've got a decent attacker here with Zebstrika. Blitzel does 20 for 1 energy. You evolve it. You do 30 damage for that same 1 energy. You attach 1 more energy and you do 70. A good powerhouse in this deck is the Shinx. Once you have fully evolved them into Luxray, for 2 energy you can do 90 damage with 160 HP. Very useful. Zerara, 120 HP, can do 70 damage, but he damages himself. Not exactly the best. Bolthound, 120 HP. For 3 energy, you can do 160 damage, which is a very good attack. But during your next turn, you can't attack again. There are ways around it though, like switching out and switching back in. That would cancel that out. But this deck isn't built to really be able to do that. Although he has no retreat cost, so you could retreat him at any time, bring out another Pokemon, have that Pokemon do the attack, another attack, or use a switch to switch him back in. Or and Morpeko does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So the nice thing here, he can attack anybody. So you can attack the bench. If you've got a Pokemon that's almost one of your opponent's Pokemon that's almost knocked out and they switched it, you can do 30 damage and finish it off. Or if you've got a Pokemon that you want to weaken so that your other Pokemon can finish it off in one attack, you can do that. So Pikachu V, charge, search your deck for 2 electric energies and attach it to this Pokemon. Shuffle your deck. In Thunderbolt, 200 damage, but you have to discard all your energies. So a very powerful attack, but you have to discard your energies. You can use that energy recycler here to put those energies back in. Boss's Order is a new card you guys haven't seen yet, but it allows you to switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with their active Pokemon, so you choose who you want to bring out. It's a very useful card, and a lot of decks are built with them in it. Alright, we only got one Pokemon we can use. Looks like it's going to be electric versus electric. We'll use our Great Ball. The only thing we could draw is another Blitzel. Not a great extra card, but we'll put him out. We'll catch the energy, and that'll end our turn. Because the only other card we could use is Switch, but we don't want to waste our Switch right now. Alright, so we have a couple options. We don't have a great hand. Luxio is nice, but he's useless without Shinx. So we'll play our Shauna and take a risk. Now we got Shinx and Luxray, so all we need is Luxio. We'll do that kick for 20. He heals himself. Does 10 damage. We can heal our 20 damage if we wanted, but I'd rather save it for Luxray. We don't want to do another Shauna because we don't want to get rid of this Luxray. But it looks like we don't have a choice. And he took our energy away. Normally I like to wait to evolve until I have energies. But this guy likes to take our cards away. So we have two options. We can focus on powering up Luxio, or we can keep going with Blitzel. We'll do Luxio. The reason being, his destructive beam can keep removing energies, so I'd rather save the energy till I know I have this Luxio powered up. And now he evolves. We'll put Luxio up. Now, his attack, Parabolic Charge, search your deck for 2 energy. Put them in your hand. And Quick Attack, 60. If heads, this attack does 30 more damage. We want to take this thing out as fast as we possibly can. And we're going to be just shy of being able to do that. damage. So we'll use potion to heal him. Bring him to 30. We'll put the Shinx out. We'll power up the Shinx. And we will... Alright, so we are paralyzed. So what that means is we can't attack this turn. And thus we evolve him. Evolving a Pokemon gets rid of its status condition. We want this Shinx ready to go to either do 20 damage, or if we can get another Luxio and Luxray, charge him up, bring him to full power. Alright. Thunderous. Alright, so we'll heal 30 damage. And now we can choose to either power up Blitzel or bring this Yamper out and power him up. Let's use Hop. And this will help us determine what we want to do. We can get this Pikachu V out, start charging him up, or we can evolve our Blitzel into Zebstrika, be able to do 70 damage. I'm going to focus on Pikachu, because that 200 damage, that's a lot of damage, and if we're against a then we can hopefully one-hit KO it. Our Luxray will not survive too much more. Luckily, Tornado defeated this turn. Have a Boltown, which does some nice damage, but again, we want to keep powering up this Pikachu. Now we can use his Thunderbolt for 200. Thunderclap, one hit KO there. Pop. See if we can get anything good. We got a lot of different Pokemon here that we can choose from, but I don't really want to put them out onto the bench right now. We'll play Great Ball. Try and get the Luxio. Luxray would have been nice, but without the Luxio, it's worthless. So we have a couple options. This Luxray has 0 retreat cost, so we can retreat him. That way he's not knocked out. Use Pikachu's Thunderbolt. And the win. So I hope you got to see how those decks are usable. They're good decks for younger kids to start with because there's nothing super complicated about them. And that's what I like for younger kids. Again, that set in the store cost about $20. You get 3 decks, so if you've got more than one kid, they can both battle, or you can battle with your kid and they really get to learn. And then bring them for Pokemon card nights at some trading stores that might have it. So there's a couple stores where I'm located that do Pokemon card nights. On Wednesday nights we get a lot of younger kids, so I always bring this set to help teach kids how to play. That'll be it for this video. Please like, subscribe, share it, especially if you know some younger kids who want to get into Pokemon. Share it with them. Let them watch and see if this is something that they're interested in. And I will be doing a lot more videos in the future. I'll be doing some on how to build decks, and not just on this app, but in real life as well. I'll be doing some different pack opening stuff in real life and not just on this app. Especially since there's a new set coming out here in May. Once that comes out, I will get a booster box most likely and open that. Trying to think what else I will be doing in this channel. As far as Pokemon goes, I'm going to focus on some cheaper, more cost-effective decks that aren't maybe top tier, but yet can compete against some of the top tiers. Such as my Malamar deck, which I've already got one video made up for that. But I'm also going to do a video on how to change that Malamar deck. I'm going to cost it out, so I'm going to go to a website where I can buy Pokemon cards and show you, okay, this is how much this deck would cost to build in real life. The other one I'm going to do that's very easy to make both in real life and on this game is the Kyogre Volcarona deck, and it can compete against a lot of top tier decks. So stay tuned for some of those videos, and hopefully I'll see you next time.